What's up, guys? It's your boy Yoda back with another one. And what I'm here to talk about is gear. And I want to do it in a way where I'm not going to show you all these fancy slides and, if you slide, 37 miles per hour in a hoodie, it's going to be 0.03 seconds it'll burn through. Or if you wear a proper jacket, it's now 2-3. I'm not trying to give you all that, all right? What I want to do is try to see if we can get this in as plain a language as we can and realize the importance of gear. All right, and this one I'm going to start off with a question, and the question is, how come when you buy a car it comes with all the safety features? Like, you don't have to pay for that separately, correct? Like, you don't have to buy the airbag after you purchase the car. You don't have to buy the seatbelt after you purchase the car. You don't have to buy the roll cage after you purchase the car. Of course, if you're trying to be smart, unless you're building a car or buying something that's already been beat on, all right? But most of the time you buy a car, it has all these safety pictures. Now, when you buy a bike, what happened? Like, where's your roll cage? And I think maybe if we start equating these two things, we start realizing the importance of gear, right? You buy a car that comes with these features, but then your roll cage has to be something around you, correct? And the only thing that's going to be around you at the end of the day that's going to help you as you're sliding and tumbling is going to be the gear. Another way you could look at the importance of it is, again, I've said it before, motorcycle riding is a sport. In sports, there are uniforms, right? And even in certain jobs, there are uniforms. So what's the difference now that you are doing a sport and it comes with a uniform? Like, just look at what they wear on the track. Now, do you have to take it to that extreme? No, but you have to remember, on the track, these guys are racing around at very high speeds, and they're doing it in a very unique setting. Like, they don't have to worry about a car pulling out in front of them. They don't have to worry about a child jumping into the middle of the street. They don't have to worry about somebody pulling out from a parked car, or a guy making a left turn in front of them. They don't have oncoming traffic. There's things that they don't have to worry about on that track, and they are dressed like that. And just think about what we have to go through on a day-to-day basis, especially if you live in the city and it feels like you are literally going to war, like especially in rush hour or whatever the case is. Like most of the time it feels like you're battling these cars, and last time I checked, battle required gear. So remember that at the end of the day, even if you're on a sport bike, you're on something that's like, 500 pounds. To biggest motorcycle might be 1.5 tons, and you're going up against things that are 5 tons and greater. Like, the car has it every single time. So why wouldn't you be prepared for the clash of the clans? Like, I could care less if you think you are a warrior on a motorcycle, right? Because a lot of us want to look at ourselves like that, but we have to start really looking at what a warrior goes into battle with. Like, you know what I mean? Like, we're forgetting that aspect of it, and if you really do encompass that warrior like mentality, then the motorcycles are a sword, but these cars, they dart out like arrows. Like, we still need a shield, man. It's gonna be the gear, and it doesn't always necessarily have to be a car that did it to you. It could be something that you did as well. And look, at the end of the day, if you get yourself into a situation, you want to be able to say at the end of it, thank whatever holy deity you you worship or don't worship, whatever that you had on gear. That you don't want to get into a situation and the only thing that you could say is, I should have had. It's too late. You get what I mean? Like, when you start talking about I should have worn, it's too late. We already got into ourselves in way too deep, and to avoid all that, it's just to get the gear. All right, if this doesn't convince you, I'm running out of ammo here. Look at it from just the cost alone. All right, the average stay just to stay in a hospital in the US right now, as we speak, is $2,883. So roughly about 3 grand. All right. And the average hospital stay is about 4.6 days. So that would cost you roughly like 13 grand, 14 grand just to stay in a hospital because you decided not to spend $300 in gear. Like at some point, we have to start making better choices. Really think about it. The cost of that hospital visit is, no lie, the same cost of a 2017 BMW S1000 RR. Like, it blows my mind. And if you live in the city like me, I'm pretty sure you can't even afford missing out on 4.6 days of work. Like, no, no, not with these prices out here. The last thing I really want to bring up and talk about is confidence. All right. When you're wearing gear, you're a little bit more confident in knowing that if anything were to happen, you know that the gear will get it. You know, like at the end of the day, like you're gonna feel a little safer. When you don't have gear, sometimes it could lead to you second guessing certain things because subconsciously in the back of your mind, you're worried about getting hurt. Like, you know it's gonna hurt. You know that the gear's not there. And honestly, it leaves me with this challenge. And my challenge to any biker listening to this is wear gear for 2 weeks straight, 14 days straight. Wear gear, right? Knee shin guards, right? Full ankle boots, all right? A good jacket, all right? They have perforated stuff as well, and a full face helmet and good gloves, all right? And just 2 weeks straight, wear your gear, all right? And then go back to wearing, whatever you used to wear before, and tell me how you feel. And I promise you, you definitely are gonna feel more vulnerable on that road. You're more inclined to kind of, go at things with a certain confidence versus when you don't have it. And if there's anything that I want more of on the road, on motorcycle, it's definitely going to be confidence. And that's really all I got to say about that. Be safe out there, guys. Road Yoda out.